Defining your purpose as a company is incredibly important on a personal level in terms of health, well-being and fulfillment, on a company level in terms of growth and attracting and keeping the talent you want. Yet it's hard to do because in a sense it's hard to read the label from inside the jar. We're all caught up in the bubble of our own brands. And there's a process we've found in our work that is very effective to do this, but I'll share 3 questions that are part of that process that we find are very useful. The first is, when you struggle to define what you're for in a differentiated and proprietary way, start by asking yourself, what are you against? So what is your enemy? For example, with Tesla, it's unsustainable mass transportation. With Airbnb, it's that homogeneous hotel experience. And you really have to ask yourself, why do you get out of bed in the morning and what are you against? What really upsets you? What makes you so mad that it fuels your professional and personal life on a daily basis? Secondly, you ask yourself, well, what makes you you? You know, what is unique about you that really differentiates you from your competitors? And pointing back to Airbnb, I think they realized that when they looked at this sort of shared economy opportunity, they realized that, well, what's the difference between staying in a hotel and staying in someone's house? Well, if you're in someone's house on the other side of the world, you're more immersed in that culture. You're savoring the food, you're in the street culture, you're more of the part of the community. In which case you really do feel like you're belonging more as opposed to visiting or staying somewhere, which allowed them to lead this larger narrative around universal belonging, which has taken many forms. But what's so powerful about that is not only is it a purposeful sort of culture shaping story, at the same time, it's a huge unlock for their business because suddenly you can provide accommodation in forms of housing or apartment, you can do city tours, you can do music tours, you can do all manner of things that speak to what it's like to belong anywhere in the world. So it's both an unlock for the business, but also has a positive impact on the world. And the third question to answer is really, what are you the only of? Like when you're at your best, what are you doing? Whether you're a solopreneur high-fiving yourself in the mirror when you had a good meeting, or whether you're this complex global multinational organization, what are you the only of? And when you start to answer questions like that, you externalize yourself and you put yourself outside of yourself down on paper and you start to see themes emerge. And it's on the strength of those themes that you can start to decide what is unique to you and what differentiates you from your competitors. And that's so powerful because it allows you not only to decide what you want to do, but also what you don't want to do. So you stay in alignment with your authentic purpose. And so it is a larger process, but there are 3 questions that we find are very effective.